Hey, what's going on, Moneymakers? It's your boy Alton Orell, your favorite side hustle guy. In this episode, I'm going to give you 5 websites where you can make up to $1,500 each and every week right out of your personal car, delivering medical supplies. We did a video similar to this. You guys liked it. You loved it. You asked for more. So here it is. You're getting what you asked for. So go ahead and like this video, save this video. This is going to be another resource video. This is going to be one that you're going to want to come back to and utilize as a resource. Follow the channel so you get notified of additional videos that we do. Because like I said, this is just kind of the second video of a wide series of this type of video. So do that for me. Like, follow, subscribe, come on the journey. Before we get started, I want to let you know that this video is being sponsored by LearnWeise.com. Our buddies over at LearnWeise.com. They're a compliance platform. They provide, of course, the certifications needed to become a medical courier. Of course, you need your HIPAA, your bloodborne pathogen certification. So I partnered with them and they let me sort of put my flair on the offering. So I give you some additional tools. We give you a list of 75 apps and websites to help you make this money. We give you business document templates, resume templates, email follow-up templates. We give you all those things, and they've been gracious enough to give us a $100 discount if you use the link in the description. So check them out. This is something you want to do. But let's get into it. 5 websites, okay? These are websites, and in just a second, I'll share my screen so we can kind of look at these together. But these are websites that I've used over the last 5 years to make, God knows how much money out of my car, and my drivers have made money out of their cars. So we're going to look into this. The first one is going to be Reliable Couriers. So let's take a look at their website. So we've got them up here, Reliable Couriers, real easy website to kind of navigate through. But the things that we want to look at first when we're looking at these websites, the thing that's going to be of concern to you is, are they in my area? So let's look here. You can see very easily, you can see service area. So let's click on that because they're not all, this one is not all across the country. And I did include this one because on the last video, I had a lot of people that were on the West Coast that said, hey, I'm in California. A lot of the companies that you shared with us aren't in California. So I made a special effort to add companies on this go around that are in California. So you can see here, this one's definitely in California, Colorado, Florida, Georgia, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Massachusetts. So you can go down the list here. That's the first thing I want to kind of show. So how do you get set up with these guys? Let's see here. So they request a quote here. Let's see. I'm trying to find so here we go. So if you're interested in driving to them, you have to kind of scroll down to the bottom here, but you'll just apply today. You can see delivery drivers wanted. So you'll just go to that section of their website and just apply. Very simple interface. Let's see kind of what they're asking. Of course, the obvious things, your name, last name, email, phone number, address. So you'll provide that. What type of vehicle do you drive? That's important to them because that's going to dictate what sort of capacity you have, right? If you have a small vehicle and they have a route that is maybe 2 pallets, then obviously you're going to need a truck or a cargo van, right? But on the flip side, if it's just packages, small packages, and you put that you have a 4-door sedan, then you're eligible for that sort of thing. So that's why that's of importance to them, what kind of car you have. But real simple. So you go through that, submit an application, and then they're going to reach back out to you if and when they have something in your area. Okay. So that's the first one. Let's move on to the second one. The second one is another good one. This is not specifically a medical courier website, but it's one that you need to have in your bag because you'll want to have other opportunities. You want to jump on other opportunities. This is a great one. I've been utilizing this one forever. So it's CBDriver. So we'll take a look at their website as well. CBDriver, again, another really easy website to navigate. You can see here, you just kind of enter your city and state. So I'm in the city of Atlanta, Georgia. So of course I would put in my city, you would put in yours, and then you can see here, independent contractor, delivery driver. There you go. They're wanting a cargo van, Sprinter van. You can see that. It kind of does a really good job of telling how much it pays. So this one's $1,000 to $1,500 a week. So if you're watching this and you're considering, if you're thinking, hey, should I invest in a Sprinter van? Or, because you could do this out of any car, that the vehicle type doesn't matter. But if you're watching this and you see these sort of numbers, you might be saying, hey, look, maybe it's worth buying or even renting a Sprinter van because look at these numbers. That's really good numbers. So you can kind of go on here, delivery driver here. We're seeing delivery driver 1099 because again, when you do this, there are some W-2 type of opportunities, right? W-2 meaning that you're going to pay FICA taxes. You're going to have a boss, tells you kind of when to take your break, when to, if you could take vacation or not. There are those sort of opportunities out there. But here on the channel, we like to talk about the 1099 opportunities, the opportunities that make you the boss, that make you work independently for yourself, by yourself. Okay. So I just kind of wanted to bring that to the light here when you see 1099, right? That's what that means. 1099, independent contractor. That's what we like. They're calling for a cargo van. Many of you might not have a cargo van, but again, maybe it's worth getting one. I want to show one that has a car because most of us have cars here. You can see drive with car, must have your own vehicle, of course. $775 a week, right? So that would be an opportunity that I would take a look at. $775 a week. That could be life changing for some of you guys out there. So, and to my point here, auto parts delivery, $630 a week, right? So yes, we're talking about medical courier, the benefits of doing it. I've been doing it for 4 or 5 years and scaled my business up to $200,000 a year, but don't pigeonhole yourself. Look at these opportunities, okay? Take advantage of these opportunities. I've done both of these. I've done auto parts delivery. I've done things for like briefs for attorneys. I've done all this different sort of things. Trust me, money is money. $630 is $630, okay? So don't get so pigeonholed into just looking for medical courier opportunities that you overlook these sort of opportunities, okay? But let's move on to the next one. The next one is another one that came on the scene not too long ago, and it doesn't have as many opportunities. I'll tell you that right out the jump. Doesn't have as many opportunities as some of the other ones, but it's still worth mentioning, all right? So this one is CourierGigs.com. CourierGigs.com, okay? So let's look at their website. Most of these websites are really user-friendly, easy interfaces to kind of navigate. You don't have to poke around too long to figure it out. So you just kind of go here, search jobs, and you can see here, this is going to do all across the country, but for some reason, it's kind of defaulted to Florida. But you can see medical courier driver there in Sarasota, Florida, medical courier driver there in Pensacola. But you can also filter these things, right? So location, again, I'm in Atlanta. Let's go to Atlanta, Georgia. See what they got here in my area. See Uber, that's not a medical courier opportunity, obviously. They got catering opportunities. This is a courier driver, independent contractor. So this is another good one. Like you said, this one isn't niched. One isn't as specialized as some of the other websites we talk about. But again, the name of the game when you're first starting out is to have all these tools and ways to find opportunities, because that's how you'll more likely ensure your success, okay? So let's get on to the next one. That one's CourierGigs.com. The next one I got for you is Red Fox. Now, unlike some of the other ones that I've shown you, this one is specifically a medical courier website. So this is a great one to get set up with. So let's look at their website here. Red Fox, you can see it. Welcome to Red Fox, medical courier, the leading medical transportation services for hospitals, clinics, laboratories, and pharmacies. So this is a great one once you have your HIPAA and your bloodborne pathogen certification to really get set up with this company, because you'll find specifically the medical courier routes. I found, having done everything out of my vehicle, whether it be whether I've done Uber, DoorDash, Lyft, any of these other things, medical courier pound for pound is the best money. You're tapping into the medical field. It's great money. So that's why, like, if you're out there and you're doing the Uber and the DoorDash and the Lyfts of the world, it makes sense to get your HIPAA and your bloodborne pathogen certification. Why wouldn't you get it? You're already hustling out of your car. You're already making that money out of your car. Why wouldn't you get the certification and maybe try to get your first, medical courier route or delivery? It's worth it. You might as well have it. Once you get your certifications, it's good for a year. So why wouldn't you have it? There's almost no risk in having it. But let's look at Red Fox. Okay. So again, we said this is a medical courier specific website, and let's see here. Let's go to their about, because I want to see where they're located. Right, let's see here. I know they've got it here because they may not be in all states. I'm trying to see if they've got it tucked here somewhere. Okay, I can see that they're based out of Tampa, Florida, but they're saying that they're a national company. So, get set up with them. But let's look at how we get set up with them. There's a tab here at the top that says hiring now. Of course, you go to drivers. I guess they've got some other roles, sales representatives, but obviously we want the drivers. So let's click on that, see what we got. Drive with us. We're hiring, it says. So they've got a little quick contact form. So just fill that out, submit it, and then they'll reach back out to you and have a discussion around opportunities that may be in your area, right? So great company. I've done a little business with them. We've had students in our program just talk about how good Red Fox is. So obviously they're based out of Florida. They may not be in all parts of the country, but wherever you are, just fill out the information and just have a conversation with them. Okay. So that's Red Fox. Here's the last one I want to talk about. And this is not necessarily a specific website, but this is a resource that's overlooked by a lot of people. This is a simple one that's right in front of your face. So the last one I want to talk about is simply going to Google. Go to old fashioned Google. Google, right? But here's what you want to do when you go to Google. Go to Google and type in medical courier jobs near me. See that? Medical courier jobs near me. Then what's going to happen is Google sort of scours the internet and puts everything together for you, whether it be Indeed, whether it be Craigslist, whether it be dropoff.com, whether it be all these other websites or some of these websites that we talk about. And it puts everything together for you in one place. Look at this. So you'll see here kind of on the left-hand side, jobs, medical courier driver, will deliver it. That was posted 3 days ago. Employee, medical courier driver. Remember, we talked about earlier the difference between an employee and a 1099 contractor, right? So I'm not opposed to doing the W-2 jobs. I was helping a young lady maybe about a year ago. She was coming into the medical courier space. She started off doing an independent contractor, but it was tough for her because she had a son that had a pre-existing condition. I think it might have been asthma. She also had a pre-existing condition as well. So she said, hey, I really like the idea of delivering medical supplies out of my car. I love the fact that I can listen to my favorite podcast while I'm doing it. I love the fact that I can be in touch with my son's daycare. I can I can deviate on my route, go check on him if something happens. She liked the idea of that, but she said, I just need insurance. I need medical insurance. I need benefits. So what she did was she ended up taking one of these W-2 opportunities where she was an employee. She's still happy. She gets a company car. Like I said, she's doing something as simple as just delivering things from point A to point B. So she loves it. And she was also able to take care of her family in the way that she needed to. So I'm not anti W-2. It's just that most of the things that I preach and the reason you guys follow me is because we're trying to give you independence from the 9 to 5. But these sort of opportunities are out there. I just wanted to point that out. So this is an employee, medical courier driver, same day courier service, medical courier second shift here. You can see, and we'll just scroll these. This is Atlanta. Obviously, you guys are going to be in different cities. Some of you may be in Atlanta, but I just kind of wanted to show you this. Go to Google, type in medical courier jobs near me, and just look at these opportunities. Here's one, Metrobi. I've actually heard of them and I've actually delivered some things with them. But look, $1,200 a week, $1,200 a week there. You see it. $1,200 a week. It's Courier 2, Sonic Healthcare. And you could just see all these opportunities. And this is just, like I said, when you do near me, the system, Google is smart enough to know that you live in a certain area by your IP address. But let's just say you lived in Charlotte. Okay. You're still gonna enter medical courier jobs near me, but in Charlotte, you can see the same opportunities are there. Right. So these opportunities are all across the country. We've seen this boom in this medical courier gig as an opportunity. It's growing. So now's a good time, like I said, to get your HIPAA, your bloodborne pathogen certification, and get in. Get in now. All right. So that's Charlotte. But anyway, those are the 5 websites. I hope you got something out of it. Did you get something out of it? If you did, drop me a comment. Say yes. Say yes, I did. But go ahead and follow, subscribe. Like I said, save this video as a resource because you're going to want to come back and tap into these resources. Follow because we're going to do many, many more videos like this. But that's all I got for today. I'm Alton Orrell, your favorite side hustle guy. We'll see you in the next video.